1, 2, 3, slate!
All right. Hi guys, welcome to this new episode of Speakeasy.
Hello.
Yo. So we're doing things a little bit differently today.
Change it up.
I'm gonna be the one hosting this episode, and you're gonna guess what it is about. Never mind.
Do we even know what it's about?
No, today's episode is about mental health, and I like talking about it because I use dark humor to suppress my emotions.
We all do.
Let's
Yeah,
introduce
Don't we
ourselves.
all?
Yes.
Because we have a special guest today.
Yeah.
True.
Yes.
Who's the
down the
special
line.
guest?
Yeah, guess.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
we were down
It's
the line.
Obviously.
Yes.
There's multiple. There's multiple.
Yeah.
There's some
here.
over here, special guest over here, special
So-
guest over here.
Aaron,
Aaron.
He's supposed to
Who's Aaron?
introduce himself.
tell
Yeah.
us your name, your age,
Wait,
date
really?
of birth,
SSN.
SSN.
Bank rounding
My title?
information.
Please give me your health insurance benefit provider and
My group number,
Yeah, your
membership number, subscriber ID.
Mark's gonna.
Nah, but my name's Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
Welcome,
Hello,
Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
Nice
Also
to see
known
you.
as
Aaron.
Aaron.
If you don't remember, he was from the Poconos episode, but this time we're recording sober. So
That's right.
Sober.
The sober life, guys.
That's how you do it.
That's the wave.
I'm
So-
changed.
Oh,
Has
Lisa,
the-
you want to tell
Only
them
for a
that
few
you
hours.
you gave up alcohol for the rest of your life?
Year. Let's
only living
keep
a year?
it. It's December
8th.
It's December 8th currently, and I decided give up alcohol for the rest of the year. I
And-
think that's a great goal.
How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I feel empowered.
Oh,
Nice.
So would you say that
We're here
your
to support
mental
you.
health is in a good space?
Is it improving?
Wow,
nice segue.
I don't need to rely on alcohol anymore, and
But
I have
also-
the power to say no.
Your life is way too short to like not be drunk. But just in my
Depends on the
opinion,
That's why the end of the year, next new year, new life. You know what I mean?
Well, we're all here for positive life choices, so we're gonna clap at 3. 1, 2, 3. There we
That
go.
was good. Good job, guys.
All right, Greg, take away the episode.
All right, so here we go. Okay, so I watched this movie today called Soulmates, and it's like a Korean movie. It's been on my queue for like quite a long time, right?
Is it on Netflix?
No, well, I have no idea actually. I watched it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, okay, I saw it streaming, then I have Amazon Prime,
Cute.
right? So this movie actually got me thinking about a couple of things that related to today's like topic, right? And one of the things is that, you know, us as coming from an Asian cultural background, Asian Americans, right? We're kind of caught in between these like two worlds of how we deal with mental health. And I feel like a lot of media today is starting to focus a little bit more on how we like deal with mental health, whether it through the Asian lens or through the American lens, right? This one talked about it a little bit. Mark, you watched a K-drama recently. What was it, Duna?
Nuna?
Yeah.
Oh, Duna. Yeah, Duna. Sorry.
Yeah, so what were some of the themes there? Because I heard that one actually had like a little bit of like mental health with it.
Well, that one was about a K-pop idol who basically stopped being a K-pop idol because
like she quit her career.
she quit her career because of like the pressures.
Oh yeah,
of
it's a
being an
lot of
idol?
work.
I guess it is about mental health, but I wouldn't. Oh, actually, I guess it is like a mental health in the household situation because her mom was taking the money that she was earning
Oh,
from being an idol and using it on her own and stuff. So she was like, you know,
Damn.
that's my money and I want it now. Type vibe.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
That's actually also not the same as this movie, but kind of similar, and I feel like it actually has like a good like theme amongst the two, right? So this one was about again generational pressures that we feel as individuals while also trying to chase our dreams. If you ever get the chance to watch Soulmates, it's a great movie. It's about two like girls who are best friends forever. They go through life trying to pass on and get to their dreams. And the ending is incredibly sad, but at the same time, it's a very wholesome
Spoilers.
movie. It's also a movie about love, but in like a different type of way. It's more of a platonic love, not a romantic love.
Between
right?
the two friends.
Between the two friends, and you don't see that that often.
What do you
right?
mean by generational pressure?
So this is a great question, right? I asked you guys before to think about 2 talents that you had.
Oh, I wasn't thinking.
Oh, fuck.
One where it's something that you know, but also something that not a lot of people know about you, right? So for the world, one of mine, I'll start off first, right, to give you guys an example. A lot of people know I do photography. I've done photography. It's all over my Instagram, right? That's something that I know. That's a talent that I have. Another talent that, well, you guys definitely know, but not a lot of people know, is that I very much enjoy cooking, right? It's something that I also want to grow with. And I've actually had like a little bit of dreams about it later on. So if you guys want to go down quickly, what were some of these talents that you guys had? Want to start off,
Going
Cesar?
down the line?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't
Go,
know. I don't know. Well, I'll go with the one everyone knows because I always say this when they ask in college, though, like, what's a fun fact? I always just say guitar, and like that's easy. But like the one unknown thing, shoot, I don't know. Hold on.
Would you say like cars?
tough.
I feel like that's known too, though.
Not to everyone else.
Not-
That's
No.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like people are surprised to know I'm a quote unquote car guy. So
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Wow,
Nice.
good job. That was a good answer.
Me?
Yes.
Shit.
He's
Yeah.
talentless.
I have no talents.
Sick O's.
Sick O's.
Can blow O's.
O's.
I could do a
um,
tornado too.
I don't know, to be honest. I did taekwondo when I was little.
There you go.
What?
Okay.
I was pretty good at
What
it.
belt did you stop at?
What was it?
Black.
Nah, I wish. It was like 3 before black.
What is that? Purple or red?
Nah, I mean, it depends on where you go. What school, I think.
I only know the
Mine
Club
was, like-
Penguin belts.
Mine was blue and red.
Club
Penguin
belts.
belts.
Yeah, blue and red. But, yeah.
So, sick O's and taekwondo. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, Alyzza.
Me, I guess my talent that I guess a lot of people know is I guess I do like to sing occasionally. I don't know. Like
Dude, this
some-
girl sings her
Pretty good.
heart
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's pretty fire.
She's pretty damn
Fire.
She's always.
I get a little shy
Singing.
about it, especially if I sing in front of new people and everything. But you know, I do love singing. I love karaoke. Take me to karaoke, guys.
That is like definitely, she could belt like crazy.
She's shy until she has 2 shots.
Yeah.
2 shots in, she's not shy anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Karaoke and drinking. It's the best, literally my perfect night out. You know what I mean? And then I guess a talent that people don't know. I don't know if y'all even know that, but I do like writing.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Actually,
Yes.
yeah.
When I
Wait.
was younger, like writing like stories. When I
Oh,
was
okay.
younger, I used to write like quote unquote mini books. I would write about monsters or anything, and I would always show my first grade, second grade teacher. I would always write, and I think writing has always come very natural to me. Even in college, I did like engineering, but those I feel like my writing classes, those were like easy A's for me. Even now, I help my brother with writing. He's like, "How can you write 2 pages in a matter of like 30 minutes?" I'm like, "Cause why not?" You know what I mean?
Shit, I should have had you
Hidden
write the
talent.
episode.
But yeah, I guess that's my
Wow,
little
the
things.
more we know.
Nice.
The more we
So that
know.
explains why you're
Very cool.
always writing your brother's essays.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just doing it for like money. I
No.
didn't know you actually enjoyed it.
It was like easy to me. I'm like, why not? I'll help him out, and if he owes me something, just give me like a coffee or anything, like a matcha, you know, in return.
Cute. I didn't know that. Even though we're friends for 20 years.
It's not that interesting. It's just writing, I think.
Writing's
You
interesting.
should you should get into like poem
I was
writing
just
or
about to
something
say,
like
yeah.
Maybe.
Poems are cool.
I
poetic.
used
All right.
to.
Yeah.
Drop a poem right now. 4
On
lines.
the
Yeah.
spot. Haiku.
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 What is it? What are the
Next time, guys, I need to think. Thank you.
Putting her on the
Beer.
spot. Well, I think most people know I'm into fashion, so aesthetics and keen eye for detail. So the whole world of aesthetics, right?
Thank V for getting us this backdrop. Well,
don't
she didn't get it,
don't
but she
thank me for that. I am not.
I really
fashion
like it.
she
so
helped us,
She ironed it out.
ironed it out for us.
It's a lot smoother. Am I right?
We gotta iron it right here.
Well, I just hosted Friendsgiving. I don't know if anyone saw that, but I really like decorating. And
Yeah, it was very
It
exciting.
was very nice.
Cute.
Yeah, that was the
Wow.
fanciest
I know.
dinner
Yo, people were
setting.
saying, "Yo, where are you going?" Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that's like wedding planner level.
Insert picture of
It was pretty elite.
setting right here.
Right here. This
Okay.
girl,
Is that what
Alright.
they would
this
call the
girl
spread?
Did that.
That was-
Yeah,
that
the
was a
spread. No, setting.
Or no?
That's the setting.
The
The spread is the
table
food.
Table setting.
Table-
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I took classes, even though like I was in fashion school, I took classes for styling, like home, interior, table setting. So the whole shebang.
Nice.
And then, I mean, I feel like everyone had a like unknown but good.
Kind of known.
Yeah, but like mine's just weird. Like an
Weird.
unknown weird thing, like a double jointed thing.
Oh, you have to show it now.
Like I can bend my thumb upside down.
But is that a talent or is that just?
Can I consider it a talent?
It's an
Can you
abnormality.
do that, Mark? Can you do it?
Is this
Oh,
Like
like
this?
like this?
like
My shit's
the
stiff.
other
Yo, dude, that is
angle.
literally 90 degrees.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Can you do this thing?
What is? Oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh yeah.
But is that a talent or is that a
that weird?
genetic mutation?
I don't know.
I can't do that.
When I was young, I guess that plays into like I'm really flexible too. So like when I was younger, I could like lay down and take my glasses off with my feet. Yeah. Like, you lay
Oh,
on
like,
your-
can you put the back on too?
I think you can. I mean, your toes.
Just imagine like the
Wait,
big
what would
toes
your
here,
toes
just
be
kind of like.
like Patrick Starr when he said he could touch his toes.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, there you go. Fun fact.
That's like
Very
that's
nice,
like that's a good one.
That
I
was a
gotta-
good one.
That was,
Thanks.
I don't know. I guess that's a talent. That's
That's
kind
a-
of crazy.
I consider
actually.
it a talent
That's
for
a
sure.
special power.
Mhm. Can you do that?
Crazy talent.
I can't do that.
I can pick up coffee mugs with my feet, but my like known talent, I guess, is also music related. I have relative pitch. I don't have perfect pitch, but like if I hear a song, I can pick it up in like less than
Yeah.
like a minute or so.
If anyone was wondering, Mark can play like 5-6 instruments
Seven
too.
instruments,
Seven
actually.
instruments.
I think probably 8 right now.
Okay.
If I actually count.
Name them out loud.
Whoa.
I could play piano, guitar, bass, drums, flute, saxophone, ukulele.
Girls' hearts.
Oh,
Is that an
That's another one.
instrument?
I think I am at 7.
Is girls' hearts an instrument?
Recorder.
I was gonna say recorder.
Recorder.
I can play hot cross buns. That's
Everyone can play hot cross
about
buns.
it.
There's a secret video of me on YouTube somewhere of playing My Heart Will Go On with the recorder. It's secret because it's on private right now. But, I think my secret talent that nobody really knows is I'm really into model making, not just Gundams. Like model houses, dioramas, stuff like that. I do that a lot. Probably because
He's an
I got
architect.
I'm an architect, but I've been doing it since like high school, middle school. So
Awesome. So y'all have some really cool talents. Now, what you do today, does that involve what your talents are?
Ooh.
yes.
No,
Yes.
not at all.
No,
Legit?
not at
I
all.
do.
Okay, so for those who said yes, was this always your dream?
Oh, I see where
Yes.
you're going
Yeah.
now.
Was this always your
Damn.
dream?
Look at him.
Crazy.
You see
I don't
Greg?
see the vision.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna
This
Good
is-
job,
okay.
Greg.
So, all right.
Yeah.
The question that I want you guys to think about now. Picture yourself younger, right? We're going to say 15. What was the dream that you had, right, of yourself? And then now, say, you meet your younger self. Would that person be proud of who you are today?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I think so.
15-year-old?
Like,
15-year-old
Either way, I
is-
still
Yes.
think so.
What
yeah.
grade are you in 15 years old? Like sophomore?
Sophomore.
Probably high school. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophomore.
Wait, what do they know? Do they just see you, or do they know like everything about you? Your
They
life?
don't know anything about you.
They
but
just
you
see
meet-
your life superficially.
Yeah.
Okay, I think from a surface level, they'll be proud.
They'll be proud.
On a surface level.
On the
only.
surface level, right? Okay. So, from this point when you were younger to now, what dreams have you given up?
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wait, I actually have something to say on that because
Okay, go
like
for it. Speak your
you
mind.
know how I said like guitar and cars, like a
Yeah.
big thing in high school was like I wanted to do something car related, but
Oh, yeah.
at some point I was scared of like doing something related to that and losing the passion for cars by doing it for work. That's why I chose something else. And do I regret it? Maybe. I don't know. What could have been?
Were your parents ever supportive of
No, they were supportive of anything I wanted to do. It's just
Ah.
like be happy, do what you want. But
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted back then.
It's like you had that. So you said you had that underlying fear of losing passion.
Yeah.
In what you do.
Yeah.
Just because you do it every day.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying like if you do it every day, you might lose it. So
Yeah.
like
But now if you think back, would you have
I think I would have
chose?
wanted to pursue that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I have this question for you. All right, picture the world that it is today, right? However, all the obligations that you have, all of the people that are around you, right, all magically disappear. Would you still make the choices that you do, holding all things considered? So life continues as itself, right? But all your obligations to your people around you are gone. Would you still make the same choices?
Like currently.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Oh, that's
Like right now.
hard.
That's hard.
I feel like for the choices I've made in my life, career wise, I don't give a shit about anybody else because I'm designing. I guess I care about the clients, but if there's no clients, then I could just do whatever I want. And it's like if there's nobody there holding me back, then I just have creative freedom for whatever I want to do. So it's like I think in my sense, in my situation, I wouldn't care at all.
What about you guys? What do you think?
I'm trying to understand your question though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
say it one
so
more
say it
time.
one more time for the class.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thinking
So-
caps on.
Mr.
For
Medina.
the
You
dumb
are
students.
everything is still the same with your life, right? Who you are today. It's as if nothing changed. But tomorrow, say for example, all your obligations to your family, to your friends, us, co-workers are all gone.
They all disappear.
Would you still
Like in the
make the same
Avengers?
choices that you're doing today?
Avengers.
Like they disappear like
Yeah, they
like
snapped
Thanos
it,
snapped.
Wait, they're gone
Alyzza,
or
I
they
don't
never
feel so
existed?
good.
They're gone.
They're
They're just gone.
They're just gone.
So
you're
you're just
by yourself.
by
You're
yourself.
just by yourself. Would you still make the same choices that you did? Right.
No.
So-
I think
you
your
still
life would be fundamentally different.
well,
at
well,
that point.
think of it
You
like
would be
life
lonely
still.
as hell.
Yeah.
Think of it like life still continues, right? It's more of a question about like, are you happy with your choices that you've made
Yeah,
so
like-
far?
Oh,
More
if
so
you
like
were by yourself
Yeah.
in the first place.
like
I
more
see what
so you're making
saying.
decisions for yourself,
Yeah.
not based on like the
Yes.
people around you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Like, are you proud of the decisions that you made? And also, how many of those decisions were influenced by other people? Right?
Why don't you answer first?
So-
I kind of want to hear your answer.
For my answer for this, right? I personally, and you say this a lot, right? It's more about the journey than the destination.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of what I've been through struggles. I've been through like some of my lowest lows, right? I've even full disclosure, some of like my worst mental health as well. But at the same time, I wouldn't change anything. I do like the choices that I've made, and I still think even if no one was around and influencing me,
Yeah.
I still would have made those choices, right? Because there was a lot of growth, and I recognize the growth from that, right? And even going forward, I still would probably make those same choices. Looking back at it, yeah,
Because it made you who you are today.
it made me who I am
like
today.
the good, the
Yeah.
bad.
No, I
It's-
agree with
it's
that.
your
for
life.
Sure.
I
So,
see.
some of the media that's out there, right, when they talk about mental health, a lot of it stems from generational pressures, right? And this is why I was asking that question, right? Is your parents, your obligations to your family, and so on. A lot of people, they give up their dreams so that they can make those other people satisfied.
He's calling out all the Filipinos who became nurses.
All of them. And
High
you know,
key.
Aaron, are you a nurse?
High key. What?
Are you a nurse?
No, I'm not a nurse, but I do work in healthcare.
so a good example of this is the movie Elementals. There's that one
Yo, I
scene.
love that movie.
I
Oh my
cried.
gosh.
I
don't
Where's
think
my
I
ember
watched.
at?
Look knows.
Where's my ember at?
Oh,
Yes. Oh, I actually do have it
when
right
we watched it while painting.
Yes. And
That
I was
one.
inspired to make this. They're two of the same size.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
So there's one part of the movie where all of us cracked up because like you could tell.
We're selling this painting starting at
$1 million.
So
Help us fund the podcast, guys.
So there was this one part of that movie where they talked about like, or the scene was them talking about their dreams. How the water guy was like telling the fire girl, just go for your dreams. And then the fire girl was like, I can't because of my family.
And you don't get it.
And
'cause
you
you're
don't
different.
get it.
Because you're white.
This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is like a standard, like across the board Asian thing, right? Culturally speaking, where a lot of our
Tired
stuff
of losing our Asian queens.
That's
to
crazy.
these white.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have to dox them.
So wild, bro.
They're stealing our
But
women.
a lot of it stems from that, right? That cultural background for it. So if you think about it too, that also happened with our parents, but I mean like they were immigrants and stuff coming in. If you want to put yourself in their shoes for a little bit, do you think the struggles that they had, what was their mental health probably like? Like
I think they suppressed a lot of their
suppressed a lot of their
feelings,
stuff,
Feel like,
right?
yeah, this is the decision we've made. We have to like kind of deal with it.
I feel like back then
Yeah.
it was more of like everyone around them grew up the same way. So maybe like compared to now, everyone has a lot of freedom. And then if you are growing up in a family that is suppressing your ideas, but then you go out into the real world where everyone is free, I think it's harder to deal with that. But when for them back then, everyone is thinking the same way. So maybe it's easier for them to just accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think it
just
was
tough it
harder
out.
for them
Harder?
actually. Because
Really?
they're in a completely new environment with people who don't think the same way that they do. They're legit survival. They came here with our parents at least came here with nothing. And they were surrounded by people who already had stable jobs, stable homes, stable families and everything. So they were the outliers in society and they were fighting, I guess, to survive with the least amount of things that they have.
Yeah.
So
Actually, like building off of that too, I actually talked to my parents about this today. I was prepping them with these questions just to.
Wow.
Wow, he did his research.
I was doing my research, right? When I asked them about mental health, how do you guys deal with mental health, right? They honestly suppressed it. When I asked them about it, they were like, man, everyone's just drinking the Kool-Aid. Mental health isn't really that big of an issue. People are kind of soft today. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, these are two people who probably went through some of the hardest struggles in their life, and then they're saying this about mental health.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wonder what they have in perspective, especially that mindset that they have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like every time I cry, I'm a crier because that's just how I show emotion and everything. Even if I'm feeling overwhelmed, sad, whatever, I'll just cry. And if I cry in front of my family, they'll immediately like, why are you crying? You're such a baby.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, there's no need to. I'm like, that's just the way that I am, right? It's my easy release of my emotions. And like, to them, it's like, why you need to do that? It's not necessary.
Yeah.
it like created such a hard shell on our parents so that
Exactly.
we don't have that same shell. And
Yeah,
that
we don't.
whenever we experience something where we kind of break down, they're like, you're a pussy.
Exactly. They don't think that we're strong, but it's like we are strong.
It's just
but
different
sometimes-
circumstances.
Exactly.
Do you think that's like a big reason why Asian Americans find it so difficult to talk and have relationships with their parents?
Are you guys open with your parents? Actually,
Yeah.
More open now.
I'd say so.
No.
I mean, when I say like, "Hey, I'm feeling down," my mom's like, she'd be like, "Why?"
She's like,
I did it one time, and I was like, "All right, I'll just face it myself," type thing.
Yeah.
So,
You're fighting demons.
but like, we're still close for sure. We'll like talk about stuff.
I feel like whenever I talk to my parents, we do have like a difference in our mindsets, and it's hard to talk to them, even though I try to. It's like there's a difference of understanding.
Yeah, there's just a different fundamental thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not always comfortable saying certain things, even though I want to. But like,
Exactly.
that actually kind of brings up a question for me. I know you guys have told your parents, oh, you don't understand, right?
Yeah.
But do you guys really understand your parents?
That's a
it's a two-way
great-
street.
It is a two-way street, and we're gonna take a quick break first. I want you guys to think about that question, and when we come back, we'll state it
I actually
again.
think I do.
Yeah.
But
Find
find out after the break.
All right.
I know you.
1, 2, 3, slate.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Good
We're
job,
back.
guys.
All right, Mark left us off with
What
a
was the
really
question?
good question.
The question was, we always say, gosh, Mom, you don't understand me. But do we really understand our parents?
Do we?
I think I do.
Yeah, I think I do
I think
also.
I do.
Yep.
But there's a difference between
I try to.
logically understanding.
But you know what my mom always says?
What?
Until you have your own child.
Yeah,
then
then you'll
you'll know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hear that. That gets me heated.
No, but I think it's accurate
But
though.
it is accurate.
You
It's
won't
so
know until you're in
accurate.
the position.
Yeah.
But you
True.
can feel for them.
Wait, so what are you saying? There's a difference between a logical...
Yeah, you could logically understand where they're coming from, but yeah, until you're in that situation, you won't know how it really feels like. So I think that's how I feel. So maybe once I have kids in the future, like, then I'll understand.
Yeah, I don't think I understand my parents at all. I think I'm way too stubborn to think. I could think from their point of view, but it's always going to be clouded by my own judgment.
Yeah.
I think that's like a lens that you really can't take off because you
It's really
are not
hard to-
your parents,
Mhm.
right? And that's a thing that I feel like a lot of people in our generation, especially like immigrant children, right? Not just Asian Americans, but immigrant children in general, they have to remember that we are not our parents.
Yeah.
That's both a good thing and a bad thing. Makes us a little
I
bit
think
more.
it's a good thing.
It is.
We're
it
our
is a
own
good thing.
individuals.
I mean, yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That's very, very true. It allows. I think the hard part about it, why I say it's a bad thing, the hard part about it is it does make it difficult to be empathetic sometimes with them, especially knowing again like what they came through. Like a lot of them again gave up some of their dreams.
Yeah.
My parents, when I talked to them today, the one thing that they really had to give up was like the sense of security with friends and family, right?
Living in Hawaii.
Living in Hawaii, which is paradise for them.
Word, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But I want to go back to that question that I said earlier, right, about those dreams, right? What was one dream that you're really proud of that you actually accomplished?
Being an architect. Legit,
Yeah.
I've wanted to be an architect since 15.
That's
when
so
I was
good.
a sophomore in
You
high
saw it
school.
through.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I pushed through, and it's kind of crazy because not a lot of people know what they want to do when they're that young. So
I don't know what I want to do yet.
I still don't know.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say that.
You know what's crazy? I remember my 4th grade yearbook. They asked you like your little questions under your name.
Oh,
And
yeah.
mine was like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said fashion designer. So I knew
There you go.
since
That's
I was
so
like a
cute.
child.
Full
Because like,
circle.
I think because my dad is in fashion and I grew
Yeah.
up in that lens of seeing him go to work and everything. But surprisingly, my parents were not supportive of me going into fashion because they knew the struggles of that industry and they wanted me to be in the more like generic,
Quote unquote
mix-
secure.
Yeah.
what did they want you to be?
A pharmacist.
Don't do it.
Pharmacist?
Don't do it.
A pharmacist. Like, no.
Or
You know
in
what's funny?
business.
You brought up the 4th grade yearbook thing. You know what I put?
What
What?
did you put?
A cashier at McDonald's.
I had something similar.
I wanted unlimited French fries.
Yeah.
I put a pastry chef for mine.
Yeah.
That's what you do in
How do
the
y'all remember?
That's like
Yeah.
my like.
Mine was like Toys R Us something.
hobby.
I think it was a doctor for me.
I think actually mine
Yeah.
was a doctor too. I was conditioned to be the model child.
Yeah.
Were you guys conditioned?
You
to
the
be model
oldest?
No, I was
Oh,
not.
okay,
I'm a
all
middle
right.
child. Yep. What about you, Alyzza? What's a dream that came true?
I guess finishing school.
It's all career related.
That's
Whoa.
mine too.
That's
Oh,
Just a
what about a
dream.
childhood dream, huh?
What's a childhood dream?
I think you should ask a different question for that.
know, man.
Oh, are you like queuing?
Yes.
Would you like to say a different question that would allow her to answer that easier?
It suddenly hit Alyzza's frontal lobe what Greg was trying to ask.
I'm delayed, guys. You guys know I'm delayed.
Going back to this question I asked earlier when we were in our break, we talked about, or they were talking about one of the questions that I wrote down, which was, if your younger self looked at you today, would they be really proud? This is like what was their dream and stuff. And then Alyzza answered, and I want to say, Alyzza, go speak your mind.
What was your childhood dream?
My childhood dream is sitting right here.
Wow. Ang cute naman. Super kilig.
I got rizzed up.
My guy.
Okay, basically.
What is this dynamic?
We're like childhood friends, and I remember he was like probably the first guy I had a crush on for a long time, because
Childhood crush?
since kindergarten, guys.
My guy.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, we were all in the same kindergarten class, right?
Word.
And then we ended up moving,
It's my bro.
being neighbors,
It's
blah
my
blah
brother.
blah. And then like we separated, and now we're like back together. But like, imagine my child self crushing on this one guy. Fast forward like 10 plus years later, now I'm dating the guy.
More like 20.
Aw.
It was
You
like
guys were
Like 10.
5.
it was like
No, well, like, if I was, since we, let's say 20 years since kindergarten.
Exactly.
Kindergarten, first
Y'all
grade,
are
second
old.
grade.
the fuck.
Wait,
it was
Aaron,
that long?
Did you have a crush on her in kindergarten too, or?
I can't lie.
No.
Nah. I mean, but like we were
That's
friends,
fair, that's
and like
fair.
I really liked you as a friend.
Let me tell you, okay?
Right.
That's
I
fair.
was,
I was like, damn.
my
Friend zoned
mom
you.
Just
dressed
on
me.
IG.
My mom dressed me, okay?
And we're
She
pulling
didn't
up
look
a
like an
picture
IG
here.
baddie back then.
She had her little cute glasses. I think she had a bob cut.
Yeah. Mom!
Dude, you left out so many details. Wouldn't you guys like walk to school
Yeah,
all
we
the
walked to
time
school.
together?
We basically went to the same
Siblings
elementary. Yeah, we went to the same elementary school, and then we knew that we were moving, but then we moved on the same street. So then we went to middle
Wild.
school together. Then we walked to school together, and then he ended up moving a town over, and then we just lost contact. But I remember us playing outside all the time. Our brothers would play outside all the time. We we had a mini reunion the other week, and all of us were saying like, yeah, I remember like the badminton. Your brother was like the badminton net, and then my brother was like, I remember us scootering and like playing basketball together like every single night.
Yo, this is legit the plot to a K-drama.
You should write a novel or
single
something.
night.
Someone want to direct?
I can't lie. When we hung out again, like that one time we got drinks, it was like, I was like, what the hell? Like this is the same person.
He's like, I don't want to be here. what is this?
It's like the same person, but it was like better.
Yeah, it's probably super surreal.
Yeah, it was so weird.
It's like nothing has changed. Like we met each other again, and it was like best friends all over.
Aw.
But yeah, so my childhood stuff would be pretty happy, I guess. Pretty stoked.
That's cute.
Pretty like, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm a prize.
Alyzza isn't?
No, she was-
She is the prize.
Isn't it surreal? Like, can you believe it?
No.
Is
Still
there a
can't
word
believe it.
for that type
What?
of connection?
I have to tell you, my mom saw his grandparents today, and they were all laughing about it. Cause my mom's
situation,
mom's
yeah.
been knowing her family, like been knowing his family
family,
and
yeah.
his
You were laughing
grandparents.
about it? Like take a load of these two.
It's
Small
such a
world,
small
small world.
world. Small word, naman.
Life is weird sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
No.
Works in weird ways.
It does work in weird ways.
Things pop up when you really need them.
Yeah. When's
The
my
world
turn?
align y'all together.
I think that's basically fate, right? Now, question for you guys. Also getting back onto topic at the same time.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's the situation, right? I could ask you too, since you guys are together here right now. Do you guys know what solo dating is?
Yes.
Like almost like
Dating
self
yourself.
care.
Solo dates?
Oh.
Like self care.
Yeah.
Date
like,
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
literally.
Like
Oh,
you literally
yeah.
take yourself on a date.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done it before?
I've done
Self-care?
it so many times.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I do it a lot.
Solo dates?
Solo
I
dates?
love solo dates.
I don't like it.
You don't
I don't
like
like
it?
the
You don't
idea
like
of
it?
it. at
Okay.
least.
So, why don't you like solo dating?
What? Because
Yeah.
in my head, like dating is for another person, but like I can't see it doing it myself. Like one time, I had to wait at the mall, so I had to get like food by myself without my phone because I was getting it fixed, and I was like, "Yo, this sucks." Like, what do I do?
So what
I
about
was-
like you use a different term? It's call it self care.
Yeah, self care
Yeah.
is different.
But I
Oh,
like
is
the
it?
name of solo
Is it?
dates.
It is.
It's different.
Yeah, I feel like self-care and solo dates are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, because self-care could be anything, just being at home and like just like resting, like treating yourself. But dating implies like going out. Yeah, like to the movies or getting dinner by yourself. I personally don't do that.
I don't think I would go to the movies by myself.
I go to the movies on my own.
I
haven't.
So.
You know what would be a good solo date that's like self-care? You can go to like a park.
I was gonna say that's what I do.
Something like outside but still intimate to keep to yourself, but so you're not like
I can see that.
feeling too much pressure.
Yeah. Is that really solo dating though, or more just like relaxing and reflecting?
Then that's like
That's why I
more
think it's the
self-care.
same.
So you never
Yeah.
like seen a restaurant and we're like, oh, I really want to try this, and then you
By
didn't.
yourself.
And then I'll take a mental note to bring people.
You don't.
That's valid. I've done that.
What if it's bad?
Huh?
What if it's bad?
What, the place?
You don't want to like test it before.
No? Then we'll
'Cause-
find out together.
I'm the type of person who like if I see something I like, I'm like, oh, let me go try it right now while I'm on my own.
Nah.
So I go on a bunch of solo dates actually. I watch movies on my own. I'm lonely. Oh my god, now that I'm thinking about it.
That's crazy.
I'm so lonely, but I love it. I have so much fun because sometimes when I'm on dates, I'm just like, I don't want to be with you right now. I'd rather just be doing my own thing.
It's a lot of energy going on dates.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dating's a lot.
For sure. So
Yeah. So I want to keep asking you then, Cesar.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be happier if there was another person, like regardless?
I think personally, yeah.
Personally, yeah. And then Mark, you're saying you're happier by yourself.
I'm happier on my own.
You're
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that's actually like a good window into like what your mental state is, basically, especially when it comes to like loneliness and companionship?
oh God.
Yes, I think I'm very independent actually.
I really got deep.
Of course, there's moments where I'm like, oh, I really want to be with someone, but I drive more towards being independent on my own. Like even at a young age, I was doing things on my own already. Like I remember mom was still paying for your phone bills and everything. I was already paying for it on my own.
Cap. That's cap because you were always next to me.
No, you know what?
Beef.
Mom always
Oh
took.
my
Mom always
Beefing.
drove you to school. I had to find my own way to get to school.
I was a princess.
Favorite child,
On
huh?
my own.
That's funny because he's young. He's the younger one.
The younger child.
I had to go through the streets of Newark on my own.
Yo, Mark snaps when he would go through like Newark would be like the funniest stuff. Like he had like one picture that he sent me was just Optimus Prime on like the floor. And it was like Optimus Prime. Or like the crackheads that would just like punch poles and then just walk away.
It's kind of sad. It's really sad sometimes just seeing it. But Cesar, do you think you're dependent on others or?
I wouldn't say dependent on others. I would just say like I do a lot of things by myself, but I prefer to do
Yeah, I
like
was about to
those
say.
types of things with other people because in my head like those experiences are more fun making memories with other people.
Like he really likes company.
Yeah.
Like even watching a movie?
Yeah. Because like who are you going to talk to about the movie? Yourself? Like
You wouldn't watch a movie on your own?
No, I would, but like
But in the comfort of your own home, you
yeah.
Like if you were to choose, you would choose company.
Yeah, for sure.
So what would you think is the biggest disconnect between those who'd like to do solo dates and then those who don't? Do you think it is a disconnect on what they are confident about? Or like, is it like they're really confident with this so they would do that while you're not? Or something else?
I think I'm just impatient. To be honest.
So you
Like
wanna-
if there's a movie I really want to watch and nobody else wants to watch it with me, I'm going to go and watch it because I really want to watch it. So why would I stop because no one else wants to go with me? If I want to eat Wagyu steak and nobody else wants to come, I'm going to go eat Wagyu steak because I want it. I'm not going to like suppress my own feelings just because I don't have someone else with me.
I see what you're saying. I think it really is just a fundamental difference. Like with all those things Mark said, I was thinking like, yo, I would wait to experience it with other people
Yeah.
just because that's how I personally enjoy it.
Like you value experiences more. Mark
Yeah.
just wants to be able to
Do
do
thing.
it.
I just want to
Like
check it
just
off
tick
my
it
list.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
tick it off. That's it. Being like, oh yeah, I ate Wagyu steak, but Cesar wants like, yo, I had this great dinner.
Yeah, I want to show my friends
Exactly,
or like
yeah.
whatever.
What about Aaron and V? What do you
Yes,
guys
what do
think?
you guys think?
I'm very much like Cesar, where I like to do things as a group. But I would say I'm a very independent person. I don't need to rely on other people for certain things. but in the comfort of my own home. I will watch movies by myself. I don't like need to like constantly talk to friends all the time. Like I like time to myself, but I think what it is I find it awkward for myself to go to the movies by myself or go to a restaurant and just sit at a table by myself.
Yeah, no, that's valid. It could get very awkward.
Yeah, so that's just my fear of being awkward. But I wouldn't mind going to like a park by myself and journaling or doing those like self-care, self-love.
You know how I get over it, the awkwardness? Legit, just put yourself in the moment. Stop thinking about everything else and just enjoy the moment.
But
you're
that's
in
hard
right now.
for some people.
I know.
It is a mindset
But
thing.
yeah, it's something you gotta. It's hard, but you just gotta keep it in your mind the whole time. Like, you know, if you think about it, you're not always gonna have someone with you.
Yeah.
Even in the future, when you have a wife, whatever.
Damn.
I've
Y'all-
even
y'all
heard.
getting sad
I've even
as
heard
fuck.
people who
kinda real.
are married. They crave for those.
Alone
days.
time.
Yeah, the days when they're
Yeah.
by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you have those chances to actually do it, fuck it, go do it. Like,
Just
why,
go for
why
it.
wait?
I hear that, and I also hear like the day that they crave like the days that they didn't have children.
Yeah. No, but you have to think of it because that's what they already have, so they want the thing on the opposite.
It's like
So-
the grass is greener on the other side of
Yeah.
the fence. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so you guys are all happy and comfortable ish.
No.
Oh, you're not then.
whoever said
Okay,
that.
so then let's go back to all of your experiences, right? Shaping you who you are.
No, I shouldn't have moved it.
I gotta ask you guys a question. Do you think that you are more of a giver or a receiver?
I'm definitely a giver.
I want to say giver, but
Well, it depends in what aspects.
Any
Yeah,
aspect.
let's-
Did you give your time, attention, services?
What you mean
et
by
cetera?
that?
Yeah, in
And
what context?
What you mean by that? Like, can you delve deeper into that?
like I feel like I try to give, but like in comparison to her, right? I feel like she gives me more.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like in terms of
Like I want to be
Food?
a giver. Yeah. Food, gifts.
But when you say giver
Yeah.
and receiver, do you just mean in terms
Of
of
like a relationship.
physical gifts,
No.
or do you mean like
Like
emotional
energy.
And
baggage?
all of it, all of
Yeah.
it. Are you giving a part of yourself in any capacity, or are you receiving a part of someone else?
Ooh.
Oh.
Right?
No, in
Are
that
you,
case, I feel
like-
like I'm a giver.
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm a
you're definitely a giver.
receiver then.
You're a receiver?
actually.
I feel like I'm a giver. It depends. It depends on what relationship, but like.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the relationship with your parents?
Ooh, I'm a receiver.
A receiver?
I'm sorry. I really want to be more of a giver, but
Definitely receiver
Yeah.
from my
Giver. I
parents.
guess
I agree with that.
In terms of tangible things, I'm a giver, but in terms of emotional, I'm such a receiver.
Yeah.
I feel like because I don't open up, everyone opens up to me usually. So I'm always receiving their baggage. I'm always receiving their sorrows and stuff. And I, like I said before, I always keep it bottled up.
Yeah.
So
Dude, that's not very healthy. If
do you
bottle
want
it
do
up.
you want to give? Do you want to?
I do want to give. I've been learning to. I was talking to my friend Aisha about this actually recently. I've been learning, and Dion actually. I was talking to Dion about this last night. I'm learning to experience my emotions fully as for what they truly are. Recently,
It's good.
like I had a whole mental breakdown like what 3 weeks ago or something.
Is that time?
Last month, yeah.
I think I remember.
When like everything just kind of hit me at one point, and that I reached my bottleneck point and everything just came out, and I was like
You
I
felt
was-
relieved though after.
I felt so relieved.
Yeah.
I called it. It's so funny because I called up my
Catharsis.
cousin. My cousin's a therapist.
Yep. I remember
I was
this.
a few
legit-
months ago, guys.
I was like, oh, her name's Monica. I was like, Monica, can I come over and just talk to you? I'm sorry to make you work on a weekend. But as soon as I got to her house, I legit just started bawling tears. Like everything just came out. But is therapy talked about in your households?
Oh, no.
I feel like it's so like viewed.
That was my
It's-
next question.
Yeah, it's like
Look at this connection going on.
it's
Nah,
something
they
that's
are
like
brothers.
siblings.
It is for
it's-
me.
Yeah, it's like people
That's good.
view it
Yeah.
in Asian households as like something bad.
yeah.
It's like, why would you go into therapy? You
Have you
have
guys-
everything you need already. What are you crying
Yeah.
about? I feel like that's what they say a lot.
Yeah.
Have you guys done therapy?
I want to.
I want
haven't.
to. I've actually been looking recently, but like
Not like official, but like where
Yo.
you just talk to someone.
Most
type thing.
EAP programs, you know, they offer those free benefits. You got to use them benefits for therapy.
I have a therapist
That's
right
valid.
here.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god, same.
Our therapy calls.
Therapy calls last until 1 a.m.,
Yeah.
2 a.m., bro.
A little therapy session.
So,
Yeah.
why do you think our parents don't want to do therapy?
It's-
Yeah.
I think it's a form of weakness to them.
Yeah.
Weakness, added expense.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah, expenses.
Because, like, yeah,
I feel like.
of course. But, like, do we really have to pay for therapy? Like, why?
Yeah.
Just be okay.
Yeah,
Like,
Just
No,
drink
for
alcohol.
real.
Just drink alcohol is crazy.
Yeah.
just be okay. Like, the heck?
So, again, I mentioned earlier I had like a lot of like bad mental health. One of the things when I opened up to my mom about it was always pray to Jesus. Do you think that spirituality and religion was their form of coping or form of therapy?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I see
think so.
that.
Do you think it's
Mhm.
actually a valid form of therapy, or is it just them
Depends on the person.
like dusting it under the
Mhm.
rug, their mental health, and
I
like
think
here,
I don't know.
universe?
being spiritual and religious can help put your mind at ease, but I don't think it's a certain solution. It's like a gateway to a solution, in a sense.
I think it depends how you view
That's a
it
good
though,
point.
and like the extent of your problems too.
What you mean by that?
No, it's because for some people, like I'm just speaking from my experience, like a lot of times like religion has helped me and has been more than enough. But there are also times where I also know, I could probably use some professional help. Like, not gonna lie.
The guy with the doctor.
Yeah, like I think there's a balance between it, but I do agree with what you're saying. Like some people use it as kind of like a
Their therapy.
yeah.
So, have you guys
Yeah, I
ever
could
heard
see
of? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that like when you pray to God, right? For example, if you're like Catholic or something, I feel like if you talk about it and you express like what's going on, it makes you realize like how like what's in front of you and how you can potentially
Yeah, like
fix
laying
it.
it all
you know,
out.
exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's just my view on it.
Yeah, I think that's a part
For,
of it.
for our Catholics here, right? You know, when we go through confession,
Yes.
do you guys think that's like a form of therapy?
No.
No, because I never.
I felt forced.
I feel like it's a way of making me
And
feel
I-
bad about myself.
And I still lied. Not gonna lie.
I was like, what am I? What
You
should I?
gotta go to
confess?
confession. So for V and Cesar, right? Are you guys familiar with confession?
Yeah,
is?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now let's flip it to the other side of their perspective, right? Have you guys ever heard of silent sufferers?
Silent
Silent.
sufferers. I'm a silent sufferer.
It sounds somewhat familiar.
It could be right.
My tummy's suffering right now.
When you just like
Silently.
eat the pain
Yeah, and don't tell
type
anyone.
of thing.
That's what I
Sort
assume.
of. Mark actually mentioned this a little bit more. He carries a lot of other people's baggage, right? And for people like priests or Catholic priests or something, they might actually be holding a lot of mental health issues because they're absorbing all of this negativity.
Because they're
From
always
people.
hearing.
They're always
true.
hearing, but
They're the
no,
sponge.
they're the
Wow,
sponge.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Am I
So-
a priest?
Definitely not.
Father Mark.
Papa Mark.
But do you guys see of yourselves a little bit more like that silent sufferer sometimes?
Yes. I'm sure we all do to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Want to elaborate a little bit more, Cesar?
No, it's literally just what you said. Like you suffer in silence, you just keep it to yourself. But I don't know. I can't speak of this lately, just because like I feel like I personally have been more expressive recently.
Okay. Okay.
So-
That makes sense. Do you think it's like an inherent, or actually, do you think our parents and older generations were mostly silent sufferers, and then that caused us to become more like silent sufferers ourselves? You
Yeah.
think? Yeah.
Mhm.
Continuing
I
that chain.
I think we learn to cope by experiencing how our parents coped with stuff. At least from my experience, the way that I cope is very reflective on the way of like I see dad or mom deal with things. So I have those moments where I just keep things in, and then I have those breaking points where I'm always yelling like my mom does. But
What happened?
I kind of want to hear more from Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know Aaron as well as Alyzza does.
Yeah.
Are you the
Yeah.
type to keep everything inside, or are you the type to
I mean,
let it out?
if I wasn't with Alyzza, I'd be the type of person to like just keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably would only talk about it with one other person, which is like my best friend. He lives in my town.
Did you ever have like a breaking point?
I've had a few breaking points. I feel like I said before, I had like a little health crisis, right? I was in the hospital for like a few months. I felt like I was on the verge of death, basically, right?
Yeah. What'd you have? If you don't mind
So I have
asking.
a condition called Crohn's.
Oh.
Yeah. So
What
if
is
like
that?
Yeah, can you
it's
elaborate?
like my immune system attacks itself,
Oh.
right? It attacks my colon.
Yeah.
So like if I were to have it's called a flare up. If it like acts up, my white blood cells start attacking the lining of my colon, and like I can't retain like any food or anything like that, and it's like it's kind of gross. I don't want to elaborate any more than that, but you can get the idea. So like I wasn't able to eat. I was so depressed, and it like I don't know. I felt like that point took a lot of mental what's the word I'm looking for? Just like strength, you know, to like push
To go
through
through,
because I
yeah.
felt like I was literally gonna die. I felt like I was gonna die. I was ready to give up.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't eat. I was on bagged food. You know, I went from 180 to 110.
Oh my
weight.
God.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's wild.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
weight.
But yeah, that I mean, I just had to. And at that point, I was like, all right, like I need to talk to somebody, like my family.
And that's what helped you push through?
Yeah.
Being communicative with
Exactly.
your family?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they do say that the biggest things for mental health, getting through it, is a good support system,
Yeah.
right? And again, of course, it is that two-way street because you don't want to have silent sufferers in the family. Yeah.
What was is when you think back on how your parents or your family helped support you, is there like one thing that you always remember? Like, is there one thing that comes to your mind?
something you're grateful of?
Yeah. Or like a phrase or anything that they said that helped that's something that you kept in your mind to keep you pushing. Like when I was in school and I hated doing my projects, I just kept thinking about my mom being like, it'll be over once you finish it. Like just keep going, just keep
Yeah.
pushing through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was like a certain phrase or anything, but like they were always present when I was going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just
Just
their
being
presence alone was like all
Comfort
this.
in its
Exactly.
own. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So-
good.
We're running close on time, so I'm gonna end it with this, right? So it looks like you guys are in really good mental health places. We have some really good support systems. Our friends and our families here we're all grateful of, even though we could also be silently suffering in some sort of way. Now, this isn't any kind of sponsorship, but this is some facts that I want you guys to know for the rest of the world, right? It takes, on average, 8 years for people to come out with a mental health illness, right? Or to actually start the process of getting treatment. Different factors come into that place, right? And what ends up happening is that they could be exacerbated by other things.
It's such a big word.
So think of it like life events. For example, what you talked about, medical issues, cancers, and so on, right? All of these things are contributing to what your mental health state can be, right? And again, it does take some people average 8 years to get into that. So if you are in some sort of mental health space that you do need help, definitely reach out. There are resources that are out there. If in the worst case scenario, do please reach out, right? There are a lot of sources like you have
Free
your
hotlines. Free hotlines.
free hotlines.
Yeah, there's free hotlines.
Yeah.
Most universities offer free therapy for students, free counselors and stuff. So
They do.
by
don't
law.
be afraid to use your
Yeah.
resources.
I don't know if it's by law or something, but most employers also offer EAP sessions where they have group single therapy where you can talk about anything. They usually offer about at least from my experience, about 4 to 10 sessions a year. You also have other sources that are out there. I think BetterHelp does like trials as well too. They help find like a therapist that's actually good for you. Then they pair it with like cultural background and so on, right? So this is the last 30 seconds of our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a great conversation.
Yeah, good combo.
this is
man.
bad, dude.
You got so
We got
deep.
really
Yo,
deep.
If
Hella
you
deep.
feel lost out there,
Talk
Talk
to your
you're
loved
not
ones,
alone. You're never
yes.
alone. Never
Never,
think you're
ever
alone.
alone.
We're always going through our own struggles.
There's always someone out there that loves you. So
I love you.
the
Straight up.
camera ended.
Hold on.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But
Let's just end it.
we'll end it right there.
Yeah.
Ah.